The appearance of the area that you're going into. Perhaps a corridor, perhaps rooms, perhaps machinery, perhaps anything descriptive.
It's a very circular room. It's very, very big. There's like computers, flashing lights on the wall, but it's a big expanse, and from where I am, there's all like computers and lights.
Excellent.
From there, there's like a table slightly here. It's like all the equipment is on one side, and where they take people is on that side, but they have to keep going backwards and forwards to do the... They cannot experience the Earth experience in their current physical state. So we experience it for them, and it's a passing of information. They learn from us what it's like to walk down the street, what it's like to wear clothes, what it's like to eat, breathe, sleep, talk, watch the television, everything that is to do with the Earth existence. They want to know about it, and the best way to know about it, apart from doing it yourself, is to... It's like they connect directly into our experiences and our memories, and they don't have to experience it themselves. We experience it for them. It's like I can see things and feel things, but it's like it's out of my reach of understanding what it is. If you know what I mean, I just feel...
Yes.
I suppose it's like I am trying to suppress this. I can't. I can see it, but I can't formulate it in my head. I can't express it for you. I can't.
Does it disturb you?
Yes.
It disturbs you. We'll leave it.
There's lots of problems, not because of the fact that the hypnotists are incompetent or insincere, but because we just don't know enough about the way that process affects the mind to be certain that it's useful. Like, for example, Daryl Sims and Bud Hopkins use different types of hypnosis and get different results quite often from people. Why is that? We need to, it's not that either one of them is doing it wrong or doing the wrong thing. It's just that we don't know quite how that works yet.
Is that the therapist affecting the situation? I mean, the therapist.
Oh, I think there's far less of that than people assume.
So
people.
How do you describe the fact that they're all working in the same domain, but looking at different, drawing out different aspects? Is that, and you're saying that that's not the effect of the therapist affecting the...
We don't know why it's like that. It may be the hypnosis technique. It may be some kind of interaction with the therapist. I'm just not sure. But the thing is, hypnosis is really rather irrelevant to me. It's all of the things that are attempting to find motives and observational details and so forth are unimportant. What's really important, and the reason I've changed my position so much over these past few years, implants are being physically taken out of people. Then, therefore, this is real. I mean, I'm just going to stand on that. It is real. I don't know whether the implants were put in by aliens or not, but I do know they're there. And to me, until we figure out what that's about and who put them there and why, we don't know anything about this experience. All we really know about this experience is the implants are real.
Is that the basis of you saying there is physical proof?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you take a person who has remembered alien experiences under hypnosis, remembers an implant being put in their leg, they're x-rayed, the implant is seen, and then it's removed by a doctor, and that has happened. You can't tell me that's not real. It is real. The only question is, was the hypnosis accurate in the sense of who put it there? Certainly the lady remembered where it was under hypnosis. The x-ray confirmed its existence. But who did she remember under hypnosis who really put it there or not? We don't know, because we don't know the effect of the implants, and we don't know whether or not if you got past all of the interference, you wouldn't find soldiers putting it into her. Or it might be there really are aliens out there doing it. We just can't be sure of anything right now. This is a time not for answers, but for questions. I've seen too much from the secret government to jump to the conclusion that any of it is being done by aliens. We have to be sure first that it's not being done by human beings. I include in that, by the way, the UFOs that are appearing in the skies and being videoed, the whole phenomenon. The reason is that if you read the documents that have been declassified under the Freedom of Information Act about the MK Ultra project that was conducted by the CIA in the 60s and 70s, what you read there is the activities of psychotics engaged in insane programs that used and abused the minds of innocent people in ways that make the activities of the Nazi doctors at Auschwitz look tame. And this was done by Americans in the continental United States under a cloak of secrecy. It is among the most evil things that human beings have ever done to other human beings. It was done by the United States government's Central Intelligence Agency. That is a real, true fact. MK Ultra was a real program. They induced people to become psychotic using LSD. It's in black and white. It's in court records. It's real. People who did something like that are capable of anything. The fact that those people remain concealed behind a barrier of secrecy from public scrutiny means that objects appearing in the human body in this country, implants that seem to have something to do with mind control, we have to investigate first the secret government. Second, we look for aliens. We've got a monster on our hands behind the cloak of secrecy. We got to get rid of it. Our country has cancer. Our country's freedom is dying of the cancer. The cancer is called CIA, NSA, NRO, DIA. Those are the acronyms of the death of freedom.
Yeah, the National Security Act.
Yes.
What was it that kind of turned you around into looking at terrestrial origins of these encounters?
Because I remember when this implant was put in my ear, and I saw the people who did it, and they were people, not aliens.
Can we talk a little bit about the nature of the experience? I mean, sort of the structure of it. You refer to their hyper consciousness in a sense. Can we talk in that domain, the domain of consciousness? How it affects you, how their consciousness affects you? What's the nature of that experience?
Okay, the other level of this is there is certainly a level of consciousness in this thing that is beyond the human. Whether that I'm talking about aliens or not, I don't know. I'm talking about something greater than mankind. And you tap into that consciousness every once in a while. And when you do that, you become free of time, for example. You begin to be able to move physically through time, which is, it seems impossible that someone would sit here and say, I have gone back in time. I have walked the streets of other days, but I have done it. I have absolutely done it. No question in my mind about it, it's true. And I know a lot of other people who have too. When this other level of consciousness comes into play, things change. I look at it this way. There's a dark, demonic, evil level of this thing. And there's also something very sublime connected with it. I want the sublime part, and I want the evil part away from me.
But then that's all part of the experience, so how can you say that? I mean, you have to kind of accept both extremes, don't you? To get to the
I don't think so. I don't think a good person has any reason to expect evil in their lives.
Mm. But that's part of the experience. But okay, so then that's our own fear being projected through the experience?
I wouldn't say
into
so.
The experience?
I've seen evil. I've seen evil things done. Mm. I think putting implants in people without telling them what it's about is evil. Mm. It may be, I don't believe that the ends justify the means. That's not the ethic by which I live. I don't do things that are evil in order to achieve a good end. If you can't achieve, if you achieve a good end by evil means, it's not a good end. So therefore, these things don't belong in us, but they're there.
Can we talk a little bit about, let's talk about your book and the impact of your book. I mean, and also, you know, this idea that it's real fiction in a way. I mean, because most people don't have access to what you're discussing. I mean, in
Not
their own
now, but they
experience.
will, believe me.
Yeah, but in their experience now they don't. So what was the response to your book, and can you kind of talk in that?
Well, first of all, it's not a book. You're looking at a life. This is a man's life being written down in words and spoken on radio and television and in lectures and so on and so forth. It's a bunch of books. Communion, Transformation, Majestic, and Breakthrough, and then in next February, The Secret School. That's what it is, a whole life. What's the reaction to it? Well, frankly, at first there was a lot of skepticism. But every day that passes, more and more people are waking up to the fact that I'm onto something, that we are all onto something. The whole community of people involved in this are. We don't know what we've got yet, but we've got something by the tail, and it's beginning to buck and kick. I'm not going to let go of it until I know what it is. Absolutely not.
Would you consider your experience as one of contact or abduction, or a mixture of both? Or can you make that?
Oh, there's only
distinction?
been one or two real outright abductions where I have literally waked up in the presence of apparent aliens. Once or twice. Maybe 3 times. Mostly they've been much more in the nature of contact.